Now, we are seeing a fairly dramatic political realignment in the UK. This could be what has spooked the Labor Party. Nigel Farage's Reform, is now ahead of the Tories in every major poll. That's astonishing in itself, Darren, but even more astonishing is that Reform is now ahead of Labor in a major national poll. The YouGov poll taken on Sunday and Monday puts Reform ahead of Labor and the Tories. Will we see Tories and Reform come together, or are they going to continue to split the Conservative vote?
Listen, Rita, on everything that we've ever discussed week in, week out, whenever I've been on this show, for most of that time, there has been a Conservative government in this country. What has a Conservative government done? Well, it has allowed mass migration to come to this country. It allowed the economy to reach levels that we hadn't seen since the Second World War. Net zero, nuttier than a fruitcake, where we have the highest energy costs in the developed world. You know, why would Reform want to get together with a bag of fruitcakes? You know, I can remember David Cameron saying that Nigel Farage was a party full of raving fruitcakes and loons. Well, look what they did to the nation, and you can conclude something entirely different. This isn't short of anything other than a political earthquake, this polling. Reform ahead of the Tories, as you say. Labour in a national landslide. They won a landslide majority in just July of last year. This should be unthinkable in a first-past-the-post electoral system. But people have had enough. They've had enough of the uni party, two cheeks of the same horrible old behind that cares more about global interests than it does the national interest. And the establishment have an utter contempt for the British public. And young people as well back in Reform and Nigel Farage, Rita. It really is feeling like there is an appetite for political revolution in this country. So I couldn't give a flying flamingo what the Conservatives want to do at this juncture. I am still hopping mad at them, and I think the rest of the country are too. Keir Starmer, though, he's finished as well, and not a moment too soon.
You are so right. The Tories have wasted power. They won elections in landslides and then governed like they were a Labor government as opposed to upholding Conservative principles. It has been quite disgraceful, and it helps explain why in this poll it showed 1 in 4 Conservative voters who voted Tory just at the last election, they say they want to now back Reform, and more than 4 in 10 Tory voters want to see the party merge with Reform. So that just tells you how much trouble they're in.